field, 96. Arkansas won the toss and said they want the football. So the Razorbacks ready to receive. Pine Bluff set to kick it away in black and yellow. We are underway. Football is back. The first game of the 2024 season. Isaiah Satania past the 30. And we get our first look at the Boise State transfer, Taylon Green. And there's Bobby Petrino called Arkansas offense.
And Bobby Petrino just raved about Taylon Green this week, talked about how hard of a worker he was finishing first in the sprints. When they brought him in, he was talking about all the things he wanted to do to help this team out here this year.
Well, you said it, Rocky. Certainly looks the part, 6'6", 230. You turn on the tape, and he's everything you'd want in a quarterback. Dual threat. First snap in a Razorbacks uniform. Play action, going to air it out on first down. Going for the home run. Oh, and it was nearly intercepted. Tried to take the top off with Tyrone Broden, and Antoine Jackson was there in coverage for Pine Bluff.
Why not start off the season with a bomb down the sideline? And Broden was open. He had him wide open. Just the ball was a little bit underthrown. Great play by the defensive back, Antoine Jackson.
And it's Jaquindon Jackson in the backfield. Transfer from Utah. Gets the carry here. Good blocking in front of him. But Jackson lost the football right at the end of that carry. Luckily for Arkansas, goes out of bounds, so no harm, no foul there.
And Jaquindon Jackson, everyone around this program raving about him, his size, 233 pounds, trying to lower the shoulder. As that ball comes out, goes out of bounds. Former running back at Utah. And fumbling, Jay, that was an issue for this Hog program last year. Not something they want to see early on in this season.
Jackson's had an interesting college career. He actually was recruited to the Texas Longhorns as a quarterback. Then transfers to Utah, converts to running back, now at his third and final stop here at Arkansas. They said he thrives in particular in short yardage situations. Bobby Petrino said we've got to get a lot better on 3rd and 1. Here's their first test. Right up the middle to move the chains.
You said it, Jay. They need to be better in short yardage situations. So in a game like this, you got to come out, just line them up, pack a bunch of hogs in that box, hand the ball off up the middle, and pick up the first down. Enjoyed talking with Bobby Petrino this week. He's excited about this new opportunity. A place he's had a lot of success.
It told us he felt like he had unfinished business. Gets an opportunity to help this team improve after a 4-8 year last season. On the run, there's the tight end, Luke Haas. It's good to see him back healthy on the football field for Arkansas. His season cut short with a broken collarbone after just 5 games his freshman year. They are really excited about this sophomore tight end.
Yeah, tight end plays a big role in a Bobby Petrino offense. Same thing as you mentioned, Jay. Good size, 6'3", 241, off to a good start.
Rodney Hill up the middle, pushing that pile, turning those legs, falling forward to the 40-yard line, gain of 6.
Clearly want to establish this run early. Arkansas offensive line with 3 new guys. They're particularly excited about their tackles, Fernando Carmona and Keyshawn Blackstock. Blackstock with a nice pull and a hit on that run there.
Pine Bluff defender down. Antonio Johnson made that tough tackle on the run by Rodney Hill. We showed the temperature in the real field, 96 degrees, this being week 1. And the conditioning will play an important part of this game.
And you can do all the conditioning in the world. When it's this hot, this early, these guys are going to be cramping. And that's why depth in early season games is so important. Shot of Alonzo Hampton there. Enjoyed talking with him this week. Coming in, trying to get this program back on track.
Empty set for Green. 1st and 10. Good pocket. Steps up, throws. Wide open right over the middle. And Jordan Anthony just could not hang on. Hit him right in the hands.
In the hands, the ball's a little bit behind Anthony. You'd like to see that ball put right on the money. Clean pocket, get all the time in the world to throw, just a little bit behind. Talk about with quarterbacks, Jay, you want to throw a catchable ball. Don't make those guys have to work for it. Let them catch the ball and then work for the yards after the catch.
Rode it in motion, but it's Green who keeps it. Showing off the speed inside the 15. Tiptoeing out of bounds. Biggest gain of the drive. 32 for Taylon Green.
Sam Pittman talked about with these new tackles this year, the ability to get the edge. Didn't think they could get the edge much last year. They sure got it right there. Wide open lane for Taylon Green.
Now, we told you he was a dual threat quarterback, showing why on that 32-yard run to set up a 1st and goal. Off to Jackson, into the end zone. Touchdown, Arkansas.
Here's the long run here. You watch the block right here, again, sealing that edge and allowing Green to get to the outside. Look, just collapsing that thing down. All the room in the world for Green to take off. And then the touchdown duo, right? Combo block, center and guard with the double team, powering that ball in the end zone for the touchdown.
So on the opening drive of the season, it's the 2 transfers they brought in to bolster this offense. Taylon Green and Jaquindon Jackson leading the way.
Combo starting off on the right foot here. 2 of the new guys, Taylon Green, Jaquindon Jackson, making big impacts. Hogs up early here at War Memorial.
Hey, Chef, what does it take to run this kitchen?
Chef, the long ground beef, ordered. Chef?
Yes, these are perfect. Go.
What is this?
2 ribeye, 1 mid, and 1 well.
Chef, where are the fresh tomatoes?
Tomatoes should be arriving now. Hey, Chef. God, I'm good.
What's up, Pete?
On time as usual. Yes, sir.
All right, man. I appreciate you.
Absolutely.
What's it take to run my kitchen?
U.S. Foods.
When we assess candidates, we see the whole picture. From hard skills to soft skills, we don't just find the right talent, we find the right talent for you. At Robert Half, we know talent. Learn more at roberthalf.com/talent.
Since the City Custom Cash Card automatically adjusts to earn me more cash back in my top eligible category, suddenly life's feeling a little more automatic. Ooh, automatic sashimi.
Earn cash back that automatically adjusts to how you spend with the City Custom Cash Card.
Trains. Trains that sense what isn't on the schedule. Trains that use the power of Dell AI and Intel to see hundreds of miles of tracks, clearing the way so you arrive exactly where you belong.
Your wall is completely undefended.
Okay.
You need Bear Dynasty. Here, here, and here.
But it's almost game time.
It goes on in one coat. It really has it all.
I sure do love that color.
You would.
Let's go, get some money, they playing. Hell yeah, I made some meals on my merch too. I got yellow diamond super saiyan. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go.
ESPN's Thursday Night College Football is brought to you by McDonald's.
Take a look at the Capitol in Little Rock, Arkansas, just under a 3-hour drive from the Razorbacks campus in the northwest part of the state, Fayetteville. Playing the opener here in the Capitol. Rocky Boyman, Jay Alter with you. Strong first drive, 8 plays, 66 yards and a touchdown for Arkansas. And now Pine Bluff, their first drive of the season, led by redshirt junior quarterback Lakai Hagans. Hometown of St. Louis, Missouri. They really like their quarterback. Obviously a tall test going against an SEC defense, but they feel like he'll bring a lot to this Pine Bluff team this season.
No doubt. Coach told us he's a former 4-star high school athlete, just wasn't really developed properly. But no question, he's a stud athlete. They run an RPO-based offense, so he's going to get the decision. He's going to read that defense, when to hand it, when to pull that thing and throw it. See how it goes.
O'Shawn Ross in the backfield. Gets the carry, trying to bounce it outside. Breaks a tackle before he's wrestled down for a gain of 3. There's offensive coordinator Tony Hall. Interesting enough, his first job after graduating from college, spent 3 years as an engineer at NASA. And said, you know what, I'm going to go coach football instead. He said, actually, the two jobs very similar.
Yeah, and how many people wind up doing that? They go in the business world, go and do this and that, but they just want to come back and coach kids and coach ball. Really enjoyed talking with Tony here this week.
Pressure coming on 2nd and 7. Hagan's nowhere to go with it. That's Landon Jackson with the quarterback pressure. You're going to hear that name a lot, 40 in red.
There he is. He's right there, and he is preseason All-American. He's 6'7". Tough guy to throw a ball over if you're going to pick a side. Tremendous year last year, 6.5 sacks, 3.5 against Bama. That's what really put him on the map, and coaches have just raved about the offseason he's had.
He's got all SEC first-team talent. Some thought he might even go to the NFL after last season. He's got his ears pinned back on 3rd down. Pressure coming. Down he goes. Eric Gregory, the 5th-year senior, with his first sack of the season, loss of 6.
They're going to run a little combo stunt right here. There he is. They're going to run a little switch route right there, and he's going to wind up coming around the outside, splits that double team and right into the quarterback's lap. Great job. That's the key to that thing is as they come to double team, just get down low and split that and make your way to the quarterback. Excellent job. Eric Gregory is one heck of a football player.
Now is in his 5th season. They feel like Gregory's one of these guys that's playing his best football coming into this season. A highly touted recruit out of IMG Academy.
Timeout, Arkansas Pine Bluff. This is their first charge timeout of the half.
Their first punt of the season for Pine Bluff, and there's something their head coach Alonzo Hampton didn't like about the setup. The last thing you want to do is make a special teams mistake. Leads to another Arkansas touchdown, and less than 5 minutes into your season, you'd be down 2 scores. Gives us an opportunity to tell you how fired up we are for Labor Day weekend across ESPN. Football is back tomorrow night. Temple at Oklahoma, newest members of the SEC. Then Clemson and Georgia Saturday noon. The nightcap, Notre Dame and Texas A&M. And then it continues Sunday and Monday, USC, LSU, Boston College at Florida State.
We're just smiling at all these amazing games this weekend. I mean, just day after day after day, all the way through Monday. And Jay, you know I got my eyes circled on that Notre Dame A&M game. I think Notre Dame can have quite a year. Have some offensive line issues, though. It's going to be tough down in College Station.
Isaiah Satania, the return man. He won't get an opportunity. That flies out of bounds. This will be very favorable field position for the Hogs. A pass midfield. They're still going to mark this ball off at the 40-yard line. The first drive so good for Taylon Green in this offense. He'll have the ball when we come back.
When are sports more than sports? When your highlight reel opens the door to 4 years of higher education, 0 student loan debt, and NIL earning potential. When your stats include free room and board, nutrition and mental health support, plus medical care with extended coverage. And when your experiences, friendships, and development put you in the win column for life. For college athletes, sports just mean more.
Since my City Custom Cash Card automatically adjusts to earn me more cash back in my top eligible category, suddenly life's feeling a little more automatic. Like doors opening wherever I go. Even the ground is moving for me. Y'all seeing this? Wild. And I don't even have to activate anything. Ooh, automatic sashimi.
Earn cash back that automatically adjusts to how you spend with the City Custom Cash Card.
All right, listen up. Your fire defense isn't cutting it, and it's almost game time.
Hey, you need killer alarms in every room. We're playing zone defense. I mean, fires can happen anywhere.
Like here. Here too.
Des, you can't handle the heat.
Right, yeah.
Well, college football in the year 2024 is going to look a little different. Not only do you have the college football playoff, but a lot of conference realignment. Take a look at the SEC. Now 16 teams extending to Oklahoma and Texas. You know, already the toughest league in all of college football, and you bring in those two powerhouses.
The tough gets tougher, and it really does. But look, the winner in all this, I still say, is the fans. You're going to get some amazing matchups that you normally wouldn't. You're going to get some great matchups in the middle, toward the end of the year that you're not used to getting. I think it's just a great thing for the fan base.
And the Hogs will get Texas in Fayetteville on November 16th. That's probably the biggest game on this Razorback schedule. Here's Taylon Green looking to throw on first down, checks it down. Right on the money for a positive gain to the running back, Jaquindon Jackson. Tough to bring down, goes for 14.
I like what they did there. They gave a little levels route. They had a crosser coming over the middle at about 15. He didn't like it, checks the ball down to his running back. Let's just get him some nice, easy throws. Get him comfortable in this system, and see what he can do.
Yeah, the transfer for Boise State, Taylon Green, missed 2 throws on that opening drive, but showed off his legs on a 32-yard run. This goes to Jackson, spins through. He's been very impressive in this opening quarter. Gain of 7 there for the transfer from Utah.
He's got an NFL running back body. You know what I mean? Let's call it what it is. 6'2", 233, runs hard. He's had a great career. Had 5 career 100-yard games at Utah last year.
Green goes under center for the first time today. Rolls right. Makes a man miss. Keeps the play alive. A broken play that ends up with positive yardage at a first down.
And that's what he can do, right? He can take a play there's no option to throw to and just keep that play alive. Let wide receivers get open. It's so dangerous. As a former defensive guy, I hated playing against guys like that because you can do everything right, have everyone covered up, but they just extend the play until someone gets open.
4-star true freshman Braylon Russell checks into the backfield. He gets the toss. Blockers in front of him. Russell muscling through. Another first down inside the 5.
You're going to see this just taking all these guys and just forming a big wall and getting a great push in this run game. Pulling guard and the tackle. and allowing that running back.
Green touched.
Talking about how this team wanted to get better at running the ball, and they're starting off this season doing just that. Little zone read, whole defense collapsed down on the running back. Great read by Taylor Green. When that end closes, pulls that ball and walks in for the touchdown.
And that's where in the Bobby Petrino offense, if you've got a dual threat quarterback that can really hurt you in the running game, it makes everything that more dangerous.
There's no doubt about it. You always got to count for number 10 and what he can do. He's off to a great start.
So far, so good for Taylor Green to transfer for Boise State, handpicked by offensive coordinator Bobby Petrino. And look at that company, most rushing touchdowns by quarterbacks over the last 2 seasons. Jaden Daniels, Caleb Williams, Bo Nix, those 3 guys are all going to be starting in the NFL next weekend. And then Taylor Green.
Good company. Take another look at that touchdown. Again, you're going to run the ball, and you're going to run a zone read right here, and they're going to get this whole defense. He's going to read this guy right here, and when he collapses, he just pulls that ball back. Boom. Just comes on down and just finds a little bit of an area inside and just runs it right in.
Wanted to improve was that offensive line. And I think when you bring in a running quarterback like Taylor Green, a dual threat, you need to bolster that offensive line. He feels like this team did that in the offseason, particularly at tackle.
The tackles were what he raved about this whole week. Really enjoyed listening to how he described that.
And when you take a look at this Razorbacks defense, anchored by that defensive line, they're going to be tough in the rushing game, but also they'll be able to send pressure in the passing game as well.
I think they will. I think that the starting defensive line is legit. The question for me is the depth, right? That's what you got to have to survive in the SEC. Hopefully some more guys can develop.
Sticking with the ground game, and Landon Jackson couldn't complete the tackle. He was first to the carrier, though.
And a great job of just keeping his shoulders square. That's textbook technique there. Don't turn your shoulders down. Just play even with the line of scrimmage where you don't commit one way or another and just play off of it. What a great athlete. I mean, for a guy 6'7", 280 to be as nimble as he is, wow.
And if you're John Ness Davis in the backfield and you look up and see number 40 bearing down on you, tough sight to see. 3rd and 6 here for Pine Bluff. Trying to keep the drive alive. Hagens under pressure. Flag comes out, and he's forced out of bounds. Xavier Sori Jr., the transfer from Georgia, originally a 5-star recruit, was in pursuit.
On top 57. That penalty is declined. 4th down.
It's 4th down for UAPB.
You can see Cameron Ball just splits that double team, and they don't pass it off well, and then there's a holding call, and it's hard to run to the outside, hard to get the edge in the SEC. Those defensive guys are so fast.
First punt of the night for Pine Bluff only went 19 yards. And set up great field position for Arkansas, who cashed in on it with a touchdown. This one, line drive. Isaiah Satania lets it bounce. So we mentioned that Arkansas is playing here in Little Rock, the state capital, which is 3 hours southeast of Fayetteville. This is their 76th season playing at War Memorial Stadium. Some great history in this building. They played 3 or 4 home games a year in Little Rock until the year 2000, and they win about 70% of their games here.
And you and I were talking before the game. This is a great stadium.
It is.
Good atmosphere. I love how it's designed. Backdrop is really cool.
Green throws out to the flat. Right back to Jackson. He's been a reliable check down so far in this game.
Yeah, really getting him involved in the pass game here. Like to see Taylor Green at some point here go through a progression. Read a guy 1 to 2. See what that defense is doing and delivering the ball in the right spot.
Green, quick trigger. It's caught. First catch of the season for Tyrone Broden. Second year at Arkansas after coming over from Bowling Green.
That's what I'm talking about right there. I think for Taylor Green, it's the ability to see the open guy, and even before he gets open, boom, that ball's out of your hand. Anticipate that. And always good to throw to Tyrone Broden, 6'7", 200 pounds.
Toss to Jackson. Hits the hole. Steps on the gas. Jaquindon Jackson. Touchdown, Arkansas. Jackson's second touchdown of this opening quarter. That one from 46 yards out. The impact transfer doing just that in his Razorbacks debut.
Offensive line, Jay, is producing early on here, doing things that Hog fans want to see. You'll see both these guys are going to get, and they're going to pull that way, get up to that second level, and allow the running back to do the rest. Look at this. Shoulder square, boom, 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 taking out 3 guys. Offensive linemen get to the second level. That's what breaks those big-time runs. And when you got a guy like Jaquindon Jackson, all he needs is a little crease. Just get that guy a little crease and let him do what he does.
So how about this for a welcome home, if you will, to Bobby Petrino being brought back as offensive coordinator. 3 drives in this first quarter of the season, and already
we talked about
130 yards.
Before the game. 10th in the SEC in rushing, 139 a game, and they got 130 already. I think now the next step is let's get that pass game going a little bit. Now it's the opportunity, got the time to work on that thing.
And I get it. They're not going against the toughest opponent in college football, but they're playing the team that's in front of them, and they've had 3 offensive drives, and they've scored 3 touchdowns.
Yeah.
What more can you ask for?
And a lot of that, Jay, is it's about timing. It's about confidence building. That's something you can do here.
Especially when you have a very difficult Week 2 game at Oklahoma State. You want your offense in rhythm, playing as good as you can going into a very tough road test against a ranked team.
That's true. I mean, coaches take every opportunity, no matter who it's against, to always be getting better, right? Always getting better at your technique, always getting better at the fundamentals, scheme.
And tonight kicks off Modelo Kickoff Week, Week 1 officially of the college football season. A few appetizers last week in what they call Week 0, but here we are, week's on. Everyone's lacing them up. Football is back, and we have a loaded slate starting tonight, taking you through Monday here on Labor Day weekend to kick off the college football season. Play action. To no avail there. Hagan's too much on that ball, and a late flag flies in at the 33-yard line.
Yeah, I wonder if the left hand of Singletary is grabbing at that jersey. Did come in late, as you mentioned. Giovanni Gibson, the receiver.
Pass interference. The ball will be played in the spot of the foul. Carries an automatic first.
The head coach, Alonzo Hampton, did tell us Giovanni Gibson is the most talented player on this team, trying to get it to him.
Look at the top of the screen. Yeah, it looked like that left hand just got around the shoulder pad of Gibson. Right up there where the referees can see it.
Went to the play action again. Hagan's thrown down after escaping pressure. Gain of 7.
Nico Davier. Wow. He was impressive last year. You see the strength on that play. Coming back, retracing his steps. Grabbing, slinging that ball carrier down.
Hagan's had to get the shoulder pad situated before this second down. Blown up in the backfield. No room to run there. Swarm tackled. And it was Davier again, first to the ball. He is feasting back-to-back stops.
Yeah, he's got a good get off on the ball. You see him right there. He just goes and splits that. I mean, it's just the quickness and the size. Watch this. Boom. Shoots right in there before the offensive tackle can even get his feet wheeled around to block him off. He's gone. Pretty impressive for a 275-pound man. Showing blitz here.
And a false start against Pine Bluff.
False start on the offense, number 11. That's a 5-yard penalty, and it remains 30.
And that's a backbreaker for a Pine Bluff team that is struggling in this first quarter. You have a 3rd and manageable, and that becomes a 3rd and 9.
So far, most of this game, Arkansas defensively playing pretty vanilla, just straight up there. They did show a blitz there. Interested to see what they do here on 3rd and 9. Zone coverage.
Pressure coming. Hagan flushed out to his right. Under pressure. Heaves it to the secondary. And it's caught. So it looks like a Pine Bluff touchdown, but the officials blew the play dead at the 25-yard line.
Prior to throwing the pass. 4th down.
So wave off the Damian Dawkins touchdown. They say that Higgins had his foot out, and he did.
He most certainly did. And what a shame for Arkansas Pine Bluff. And that's what Higgins can do, just keep a play alive, extend, and let that receiver get down the field. And a heck of an arm he has. Just, fortunately, that right foot out of bounds, clear as day.
About half a foot from a 66-yard touchdown against the Arkansas Razorbacks instead. 4th and 18.
He's going to look at the replay. Oh, I wasn't out of bounds. Yeah. Yeah, you were. So I get him next time.
And the one thing that defensive coordinator Travis Williams will say is, hey, in the secondary, you didn't know that play was dead.
Right.
You got to make a play and not allow a 66-yard score.
It'll be a teaching moment there for sure.
Here's Satania with a head of steam. Takes a few man miss. Just the punch or the beat, and he's in. Touchdown. There's a flag down at the 31-yard line. So in back-to-back plays, we've had a penalty negate a touchdown.
Illegal block in the back on the return team, number 8. That 10-yard. First down.
I don't think Sam Pittman likes the call.
That one right there.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't clean his clock, but hands were on the back. Yeah, he shoved him out. That's probably a good call there. Happening right, because the fact that it happened right in front of where the returner was coming is what drew all the eyeballs. Are always right there. They're going to draw that flag.
So a 66-yard touchdown waved off because Mekhi Hagen's foot's out of bounds, and then a 63-yard punt return waved off for a penalty.
And for Pine Bluff, that punt has got to have a lot more hang time on it. Get a ball that low with that short amount of hang time, or good receivers are going to take that thing back to the house all day long.
The play is under video review.
Well, hold on a second. The official just said the ruling on the field is a touchdown, but the ruling on the field was no touchdown. Penalty. You can't review a penalty, so what they must be reviewing is if Satania dropped the ball before he crossed the end zone, in which case, yeah, right on the line.
Right on the line, but how many times does that have to happen before guys realize you get into the end zone and then you drop the ball? It's just, why cut it that close? Drives me insane.
Now, that said, I think he's safe on this particular return.
I think he is, but Sam Pittman and every football coach in America is saying, why? Why take the chance? I do agree. I think he's safe, but too close.
Now, this is funny because all this means is there's still a penalty, and Arkansas is going to have the ball at the 40-yard line. But if he did, it would be a touchback in Pine Bluff's ball. Yeah. So you're reviewing a touchdown that won't even stand.
That's tough. It's hard to see on that angle. It's definitely close.
I mean, I think he's
ruling on the field of a touchdown would stand.
Yeah.
The runner did not fumble the ball into and out of the end zone. The 10-yard penalty will be enforced. Arkansas will maintain possession of the ball after enforcement. It will be first down.
A little bit of a misleading announcement there. The stadium erupts when you hear the touchdown will stand. The penalty's still enforced, so.
That was an interesting one.
And the way this Razorbacks offense has been operating in this opening quarter, all that might do is just delay the touchdown. because they have scored with ease. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns for Taylon Green, Jaquindon Jackson, and this Bobby Petrino called offense.
Now an opportunity for Taylon Green. Let's see him go through some progressions here. Let's get him some schemes, see if he can read and know where to go with the ball. There it is.
Missed a wide open target, Tyrone Broden.
Yeah, and it's the same thing. The ball's just a little bit behind and a little bit low. Just wide open. Just put that ball right on his hip and he runs in the end zone for a touchdown.
So we can agree, Taylon Green's been great in the running game, but struggling in the passing game a bit in his Razorbacks debut. Goes right back to Broden, again, knocked away, incomplete.
And they go right back to it, a very similar, if not the same play, but this time there's 3 black jerseys around him. He throws the ball right into coverage. You can't throw that ball. I mean, staring down a receiver as a defensive back, right there on his back shoulder. If the throw ain't there, you got to come off of it. Find the check down, tuck it and run. Don't force that ball.
Play blown dead, false start.
False offense for 11. That's a 5-yard penalty, and it remains 3rd down.
So this will be the real first test for Bobby Petrino's offense here, a 3rd and 15. They've made it look easy on the opening 3 drives of this season.
And I anticipate Taylon Green having some time here. So let's see, can he work through a progression? Can he find an open guy and make a nice throw?
Good pocket, throws right over the middle. It's caught. Jordan Anthony hit him in stride for a gain of 24.
That was great. Nice throw right over the middle. Scans that field. Puts it right there where only the wide receiver can get it. It's a nice play. Now let's build on it. Let's get another one here. So important for these quarterbacks to get into rhythm.
Stay in the empty set. Green surveys, goes right back over the middle of the field. Hauled in. Isaac Teslaw held on to that one.
I agree with what Bobby Petrino is doing here, right? We're up 21-0. Let's really work Green here. Let's give him some opportunities. Get him settled in this offense. Bobby Petrino, he has the scheme. It's just, can that quarterback find success in it?
Green play action. Would have been a touchdown, but over the head of the freshman C.J. Brown.
And on that one, he dropped the arm angle down a little bit and then just threw an absolute howitzer, and that thing just sailed right over top the wide receiver, C.J. Brown.
Green keeps it himself. Ankle tackled and brought down at the 5-yard line. Feels like in this first quarter, Rocky, Green a lot more comfortable running the football than throwing it.
Certainly. And but that wasn't the question with him, right? The question is within this offense, within this scheme, can he hang in the pocket and get those chunk yardage plays that Bobby Petrino wants and needs to get in this offense?
3rd and 4, trying to punch it in. Here's the pitch. Rodney Hill lowers his shoulder, dives in, touchdown.
Similar play we've seen a lot tonight, just that quick pitch to the outside. Pulling the offensive tackle, getting around, getting up to the second level. Look at that, big number 54 coming right into your living room. Keyshawn Blackstock. Arkansas fans are really excited about seeing that multiple times this year.
Blackstock coming over from Michigan State. Fernando Carmona anchors the other side of the line, transferred from San Jose State. Sam Pittman felt that was the biggest upgrade in the offseason. That offensive line, they've looked good in this opening quarter as we welcome football back in the SEC. Great slate of games on Saturday. Eastern Kentucky, Mississippi State, Furman at number 6 Ole Miss, Alabama A&M, and Auburn. Rocky will be in Oxford. We're looking forward to that one. Ole Miss, a lot of preseason hype.
Yeah, but we get in the car nice and early tomorrow, driving on over there to Oxford. As you mentioned, Dad, I don't know if there's a program in college football whose fan base is more jacked than Ole Miss. They bring in a ton of great players in the transfer portal, some bigger players on that defense, and man, a lot of high expectations.
Read a great article today written by ESPN's Chris Lowe about the transformation of Lane Kiffin and how he really is the best version of himself headed into this season with the most talented team he's maybe ever coached.
Yeah, and they were talented last year, but you recall after that Georgia game where they got beat 52-17, he said, look, we got to get more dudes in here. Hit the transfer portal, get some more 5 stars on that roster. That's what it's all about.
First quarter, 4 drives for Arkansas, 4 touchdowns, Rocky, all through the ground game.
Yeah, we talked about how they want to get this ground game going. That was a big key to their success. Well, it's off to a great start. We've seen a lot of great blocking by the offensive line. Love seeing those big bodies pulling around, getting upfield. And then Jaquindon Jackson looks like he's a guy that really likes what they're doing. Of course, Rodney Hill getting in on the action. Got to be able to run the ball in the SEC. And Sam Pittman, former offensive line coach, is loving what he's seen so far.
Pine Bluff looking for positive yardage. They, on the previous possession, had a 66-yard touchdown wiped off the board. It's Christian Gamage turning the corner for 11 and a first down.
Nico Davier, defensive end for Arkansas, is all over the field tonight. Wow. Running guys down on the perimeter.
He was in on that tackle again. 0 in red. He's been everywhere tonight in this opening quarter.
They block him right there. Wearing a red jersey, wearing number 0. Guy's a menace out there. 5 tackles, couple for loss. And what a great compliment to Landon Jackson, right? Both those 2 guys at bookends. Ooh.
Flag flies here.
Illegal formation on the offense, more than that penalty is declared. 3rd down.
Yeah, got too many in the backfield. 2 guys off the line of scrimmage there. It's not going to work.
So ahead of this 3rd down, Arkansas defensively has 5 tackles for loss of this first quarter in 11 plays. So as good as the offense has been in this first quarter with 4 touchdowns, the defense has done their part and then some. Hagan's in trouble again, throws on the run, too high. That brings up 4th down again.
Good job bringing pressure, forcing Hagan's outside the pocket. It's tough when you got those big bodies bearing down on you like that.
This is a difficult assignment for Pine Bluff. You're going against a team that just athletically is superior. And you've got 54 new players playing for each other. First time going up against this team, a tall task. But they haven't really done themselves any favors either. There's another penalty comes in for delay of game.
On the offense, 5-yard penalty, and it remains 4th down.
Alonzo Hampton played football at Northeast Louisiana, now UL Monroe. He's a coach there.
And remember, the last time Pine Bluff punted the football, Isaiah Satania ran it back for what he thought was a 63-yard touchdown, untouched, but they brought it back for a block at the back, so they smartly just kick it out of bounds. Not going to worry with Satania. The scuffle at the line of scrimmage will bring one more flag in this opening quarter. Sorting out, well, who shoved who.
During the kick, holding on the receiving team, number 83. That 10-yard penalty will be enforced from the end of the kick, 1st down.
Well, that closes the first quarter. Arkansas, 4 offensive drives, 4 touchdowns. The Hogs in all of SEC football. We are back better than ever.
Return to our interview with the insurance whistleblower.
I just think everyone should know there's an insurance company out there exposing other companies' rates so you can compare them and save.
Sounds like trouble.
It's great, actually. It's called Auto Quote Explorer from Progressive. Here, look. See, we show you our direct rates and their rates, even if we're not the lowest.
So, whistleblower usually means you're exposing something bad.
I thought it meant calling attention to something helpful. You know, like, toot toot, check it out. This thing's the best. No?
Recipes. Recipes that are more than their ingredients. Recipes written by hand and lost to time can now be analyzed and restored using the power of Dell AI, preserving memories and helping to write new ones.
Let's go, get some money, they playing. Hell yeah, I made some meals off my merch too. I got yellow diamond super saiyan.
PlayStation.
Hey chef, what does it take to run this kitchen?
Chef, the long ground beef, ordered. Chef?
Yes, these are perfect. Go.
What is this?
2 ribeye, 1 mid, and 1 well.
Chef, where are the fresh tomatoes?
Tomatoes should be arriving now.
Hey, Chef.
God, I'm good.
What's up, Pete?
On time as usual.
Yes, sir.
All right, man. I appreciate you. Absolutely. What's it take to run my kitchen? U.S. Foods.
You're watching the SEC on ESPN, and we get the privilege of kicking off a new era in the SEC. Texas and Oklahoma coming into the conference, and Arkansas a 28-0 lead after the first quarter. It's been a strong start for this Bobby Petrino offense coming back to the Razorbacks since 2011. They've had a strong, steady diet of the run game, and why not? It keeps working for them. Rodney Hill, a gain of 6 there.
Getting a good look at that offensive line. Fernando Carmona comes over from San Jose State. Addison Nichols, Tennessee. Blackstock from Michigan State. Really feel like they upgraded those positions.
And they've opened up some big holes so far in this first half. All 4 of Arkansas's touchdowns have come in the run game. Green, the quarterback, certainly has shown his legs in this first half as well. It's interesting. In the recruiting process, Sam Pittman told us that Green separated himself because when they asked him a question, he always answered with team-oriented goals, very unselfish, and that's exactly what you want in a quarterback.
No, yeah, you ask a guy and he talks about what I'm going to do. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. Well, he talked about what he's going to do for the team.
Taking a shot here on first down, right on the money. That's the best pass of the night. Dropped it right into Isaiah Satania.
That's a great throw on the corner route. That's what happens when you run the ball. A little play action. Linebackers suck up. Offensive line is, that ball is right on the money. That ball has to be in front of the safety and behind the corner, and he put it right where it's supposed to go.
Back inside the red zone. Quick hitter out to the flat. Here's Jordan Anthony tiptoeing up that sideline. Has another first down.
A little screen. That's always been a big part of this Arkansas offense. Extension of the run game. Just shoot the ball out to the perimeter. Get in the hands of a wide receiver in space. Jordan Anthony does the rest.
Nowhere to run this time for Rodney Hill. We'll bring up 2nd and goal.
Good look at Bobby Petrino. Got that play sheet. Lots of stuff on it. I really like how they're going back and forth between under center and in shotgun. I always thought as a linebacker, being under center, that's what really sells that play action.
Green surveys. There's a flag down. As it stands, a touchdown for Tyron Broden, but we got to wait for the flag here.
There is no foul in the play for illegal substitution. The result of the play is a touchdown.
All right, so the touchdown stands. Broden, the first receiving touchdown of the day. And another well-orchestrated drive by this Arkansas offense.
Good job, mesh. Crossers, see man-to-man go with the crossers. They rub a guy off, and someone comes clean on that side. That's Tyrone Broden. That's how you draw it up. See a defense playing man-to-man, get some rub routes going.
So 5 offensive drives to start the 2024 season. 5 touchdowns for this Arkansas offense.
Look, in these situations, you're often under duress. You don't have...
All right, listen up. Your fire defense isn't cutting it, and it's almost game time.
Hey, you need killer alarms in every room. We're playing zone defense. I mean, fires can happen anywhere.
Like here. Here too.
Des, you can't handle the heat.
Trains. Trains that sense what isn't on the schedule. Trains that use the power of Dell AI and Intel to see hundreds of miles of tracks, clearing the way so you arrive exactly where you belong.
I'm the richest guy in the world. I have time to give.
I have people I can count on.
And a million stories to share.
The key to being rich is knowing what counts.
Let's go, get some money, they playing. Hell yeah, I made some meals off my merch too. I got yellow diamond super saiyan.
PlayStation.
Hey, Chef, what does it take to run this kitchen?
Chef, the long ground beef. Ordered. Chef?
Yes, these are perfect. Go.
What is this?
2 ribeye, 1 mid, and 1 well.
Chef, where are the fresh tomatoes?
Tomatoes should be arriving now.
Hey, sir.
God, I'm good. What's up, Pete?
On time as usual. Yes, sir.
Fine, man. I appreciate you. Absolutely.
What's it take to run my kitchen? U.S. Foods.
The 12-team college football playoff is here. The first round kicks off on campus December 20th. From there, the playoff continues in a bracket format, culminating with the national championship game on January 20th, only on ESPN.
Now, that's a lot to digest for a lot of college football fans, but this is a new era of the sport. Playoff expands to 12 teams, and I think that adds so much to a season, Rocky, because usually you lose a game early, you're thinking, are we out of it now? You're still in it.
Yeah, I mean, take Florida State. You know, you lose a game like they did last week, you're thinking, oh, there's no way we can get in this thing. They have every opportunity to come back. You said it, Jay. That's my favorite part about the 12-team playoff. You can have just a game where you stumble a little bit, don't happen to play your best, and it's not over.
We were talking about a team like Ole Miss, that the expectations are bigger than they've ever been. The preseason hype is there. Well, for good reason, because they're number 6 in the preseason. Normally it would be, well, you're outside the 4. Now you're squarely in that 12 if you handle your business.
No, I mean, to your point, I mean, teams that are 13, 14, 15, 16 are, those fan bases are going to be involved because you figure, look, you look at that schedule at the end of the year and you say, hey, we get a win here, that team loses, we can find our way in that playoff. It's just so good for these fan bases across the country.
As we kick off the SEC season, Arkansas, the first of the SEC teams to be in action. If I said to you, over or under 3.5 SEC teams in the playoff, what are you going with?
Going over.
Over?
Yeah. I'm going over.
I think I agree with you.
Georgia, Alabama, Ole Miss. I think it was Texas.
Yeah, Texas, Missouri.
Mizzou.
They might get 5. And Missouri's doing the same thing Arkansas is doing over on SEC Network. They kicked off a half hour behind us, and Missouri's up 28-0.
A great year they had last year. They bring back their quarterback, the best wide receiver.
Holding on the offense, number 84. That 10-yard penalty forced from the foul. First down.
So before this drive, Pine Bluff only had 5 total yards. They're up to 20, so they've tripled their production here on this drive alone. If you think 35-0 is lopsided, the total yards before this drive, 276 to 5. That's what you want to see if you're a Hogs fan. You don't just want to win. You want them to really
dominate
be
every
aggressive.
facet.
Yeah, exactly. Here's pinned back here on a 1st and 18. Hagans throws on the run. It's caught. Biggest play of the day for Pine Bluff. Gain of 18. Moves the chains.
Good job getting outside the pocket. Flushed out by Anton Junkaj, new player to Arkansas this year. That's when Hagans is at his best. When he's rolling to that right, he's got the whole field to survey and tuck that thing if it ain't there.
Hagans on the move again. Decides to tuck and run, falls forward for positive yardage.
They got it.
Right down the 47-yard line. 1st and 10.
Yeah, they marked him just shy of the 1st down, so he picks it up there. 1st and 10 for Pine Bluff. They haven't had many 1st downs, just their 4th of the night. No room to run here. Gang tackled, running into a red wall. Eric Gregory there to jam it up. Hudson Clark, the safety, flying in on the stop as well.
Watch Brad Spence, number 22, filling that hole, getting up in there. And Jay, this linebacking core was the talk of camp for Arkansas. I mean, they're figuring out how can we get more guys on the field. A lot of great athletes in that linebacker position.
Well, Rocky, when you're talking to the coaches, the linebacker room's always the talk.
Of course, yeah. Why not? Get the smartest, best athletes are the linebackers. Get them on the field. Come on.
It's 3rd down.
I think this is going to stand. That's a great job of concentration by Gamage there, getting that left foot down. It's impressive.
Pine Bluff 0 for 4 on 3rd down tonight.
I think for Arkansas, you want to keep him in the pocket. Don't let him flush out to his right.
Hagans, nobody home. On a 3rd and 4, tried the play action, and just a miscommunication on the route there.
I'd go for it here. Why not?
You got nothing to lose.
Yeah, why? It's the most success you've had all night, right? Put a few good plays together. There's defensive coordinator Travis Williams. Enjoyed talking with him this week. Really likes the group they're bringing back.
It was interesting in talking with Williams as the play clock runs down to 1.
Arkansas Pine Bluff. This is their 2nd charge time out of the half.
So, talking about our conversation with Travis Williams, he was saying the communication with the defense, that's a new rule this year.
Yeah.
15 seconds on that play clock, you can communicate with your defense, get that play in without any signs. And he thought that was going to really benefit the defense more, obviously, than it would on the offensive side.
Well, and what's going to happen is that defense now, as they're signaling in, and they're waiting that 15-second clock goes down for the offense. That's when the communications kind of stops there. So there's a lot of gamesmanship going on in the shell that you show, what coverage, and trying to just hold that thing as long as possible. And after the clock ticks off, the communication stops, then you change what look it is.
I would think that's very stressful, being the player with that green dot, getting the communication.
I've done it. It is stressful because the coaches want to hold that call so late so they can see what personnel the offense has, and you're yelling at the sideline, give me the call, give me the call. It's tough.
Well, Arkansas keeping the shutout alive. The Hogs are back, up 35-0.
Sorry, honey, it's a work thing.
Mine's also a work thing. I just need someone to cover my shift.
So is mine. Alan says your business vehicle is now covered with Progressive.
Protected 24/7, just like your home and auto.
Oh, that's great.
So dinner time's just phone time now?
Sorry. You know, I heard that ground turkey is the healthiest poultry.
You know what? Never mind. Just be on your phones.
Thank you.
Recipes. Recipes that are more than their ingredients. Recipes written by hand and lost to time can now be analyzed and restored using the power of Dell AI, preserving memories and helping to write new ones.
Your wall is completely undefended.
Okay.
You need Bear Dynasty. Here, here, and here.
But it's almost game time.
It goes on in one coat. It really has it all.
I sure do love that color.
You would.
Let's go, get some money, they playing. Hell yeah, I made some meals off my merch too. I got yellow diamond super saiyan.
The heartbeat of college football is the passionate fans, and each week we want to celebrate some random fandom. So you gotta meet the Arkansas superfan. You can't do it much better than my guy Rick. Rick Bowick, he is easily identified. He is the man with the tusks in and what he calls his razor wig. Red and black wig, which he found at a roadside gas station 7 years ago. He's worn it to every game since. Rick, not just a big Razorbacks football fan, this man has a season ticket to 8 different Arkansas athletic programs.
Now, Jay, are those tusks real or fake? I don't know. So he's all in now.
I mean, so this is Rick's day job is a radiation therapist with cancer patients. He took those tusks. They use that to help keep your teeth protected when they give you radiation. And he said, you know what, I'm going to create some tusks out of this.
That was a great prop, yeah.
He's thinking of everything.
That is fantastic. Love that.
Really enjoyed getting to know Rick. He told me he fell in love with the Hogs at 13 years old. 1978, they get Oklahoma in the Orange Bowl in football. They go to the Final Four in basketball. He has been hooked ever since.
You just have serious fans that are, I'm sure you get some texts.
Here we go. Rick Bowick.
And you said it, Jay. I mean, that is the heartbeat of college football, the fans out there. And look forward to traveling the country with you this year and seeing a lot of random fandom.
It's the heartbeat, the backbone of what makes college football so special. It's probably his wife, Dee, who couldn't make the game tonight. She's working tomorrow. This is a Thursday night game, and they live in Fort Smith, 2 hours away. So she supports the fandom. She's all for it, but she doesn't go to every game quite like Rick does. I mean, season ticket holders at 8 different sports.
Wow. That is a fan. That is the definition of a fan. Short for fanatic. Gotta love it.
He's rooting on the Boise State transfer, Taylor Green, to the tight end, Luke Haas. Now, in my opinion, that was the best throw of the night so far for Taylor Green. Comfortable in the pocket, reads around, lets the tight end Haas get across the field where he gets open, patient with it, and then delivers a perfect ball. I mean, that's what it comes down to. Make a catchable ball for your wide receiver and let him run with it. Staying on his feet, making tackles.
shedding defenders left and right. Quinton Jackson, another impressive run 14. The Hawks fans got to be very excited about Quinton Jackson. This guy is just breaking tackles. Look how he runs low to the ground, Joe. All you see as a defender, you see those big red shoulder pads in the front of his helmet. He runs low to the ground for a guy who's 6'2", already up over 100 yards. Green, strong throw to the far side of the field. That might be the best throw of the night. Jordan Anthony with the catch. That's two of his best throws have happened on this drive right here. That is a big play throw. You're all the way on the left hash. And that ball goes all the way to the sideline on the opposite side of the field. And that's what it's about, right? You got to stretch the field. That term gets thrown around out there, but stretching the field means, hey, hit all areas of that field, make that defense have to cover every area, but then you find the little holes, the pockets in the middle of it. Play action, rolling left, Green. Washington, his first catch of the night. Nice job with play action. Rivers left, and Rivers going on the money on the outside shoulder, away from the defender. You can't draw it up any better. I'm so happy for that young man. With his confidence, scoring 3 for 3, 53 yards in the touchdown on that drive. To customize and save hundreds on car insurance with Freedom Mutual. Let's fly. Pay for what you need.
Some money, they was on my merch too. I got yellow diamond suits.
PlayStation.
Exactly where you belong.
Hey, Chef, what does it take to run this kitchen? He's a perfect
Where are the fresh tomatoes?
I'm time as usual. Yes, sir. Appreciate you. Absolutely. People in my kitchen.
Look, in these situations, you're often under duress. You don't have the
Your fire defense is a cutting it, and it's almost game time. You need killer alarms in every room. I mean, fires can happen anywhere. Right here.
Yes. Care of these second and short. Always.
Now it has been all Arkansas. The Hogs back
back in action. 6 drives, 6 touchdowns, and a 42-0 lead still here in the second quarter. So good to get football back. Thursday night, we'll keep it rolling until Monday across ESPN's networks. Everybody in action. This season, Allstate will celebrate every field goal and extra point made by participating universities by making a donation to the university's General Scholarship Fund. Thank you, Allstate. So Rocky, 6 drives, 6 touchdowns for this Arkansas offense, but that last one was the most impressive.
And again, I think that's the drive Arkansas fans wanted to see. I mean, clearly they made an effort. They wanted to upgrade the quarterback position, get more multi-dimensional with their offense, have someone get the ball down the field, and that's what you saw on that drive. 3 for 3, 54 yards and a touchdown. Made some really, really impressive throws to Taylor Green.
The defense continues to do their part. They're just swarming to the football tonight, Rocky.
Speed, speed, speed. It kills. Got to have it in the SEC. You got to have the big boys up front, and you got to have the guys on the perimeter that can run folks down. So far tonight, that's what I'm seeing. Travis Williams right there, impressed.
Look at that, yards per play. Pine Bluff just 2, Arkansas up over 10 yards per play. You head into halftime, Rocky, with a 42-0 lead. You got Oklahoma State 9 days from today in Stillwater. Do you think about taking the starters out, the ones out, keep everybody healthy?
Absolutely. I think, look, depth is everything, right? The teams that have great players, but also the best depth are the ones that win championships. I mean, that's what it comes down to. You play an SEC schedule, you're going to get guys hurt. You're going to get guys that need to come out to get a breather. You got to have depth in there to send a guy in, and there's no drop-off. So use this as an opportunity to get guys some work. I mean, one way to get good at football, and that's to play.
Higgins tosses it to the tight end, Jackson Isaac.
And just back to that point, Arkansas, 55 new guys on this roster. So there's plenty of folks that they want to see. How do they perform in a game-type environment?
And I think that's a good point, Rocky, because you look at Arkansas a year ago, disappointing 4-8 season. Well, it's a whole new team. You bring in 55 new players. You can't talk about last season. And that's the difference with college football. Now, you're flipping rosters so quickly year to year. You really can't take a lot away from last season. Everybody wipes the slate clean and starts fresh.
Starts new, and that is the new thing in college football. And get used to it because it's not going anywhere. The coaches are taking every opportunity they can to upgrade their roster. Getting that transfer portal and trying to find those guys, and you have a short amount of time once those players hit that portal, and you got to nail them. So far, it looks like Arkansas has brought in a lot of good football players here.
Play clock down to 2. Pine Bluff gets it away. Higgins fires. It's caught for another first down. After we just complimented Arkansas with probably their best drive of the day through the passing game, Pine Bluff answering with back-to-back throws.
Good slant right there, double slant. Pretty good coverage on the outside, just a well-placed ball right on the inside of the wide receiver, Andre Thompson. There's Tony Hall, offensive coordinator.
Good cut there to try and get back to the line of scrimmage. Still going to lose a few here. That's the 8th tackle for loss of this first half by this Arkansas defense. Takes us to the 2-minute timeout. Another rule change this year in college football, just like the NFL. Timeout. Arkansas 42-0.
higher education, zero student loan debt, and NIL earning potential. Our stats include free room and board, nutrition and mental health support, plus medical care with extended coverage. And for experiences, friendships, and development, put you in the one common for life. For college athletes, just one.
Some money, they was on my merch too. I got yellow diamond suits.
PlayStation.
Look, in these situations, you're often under duress. You don't have to.
Your fire defense is a cutting it, and it's almost game time. You need killer laws and trigger room. Fires can happen anywhere. What did you say? It's a trigger.
Yes. Care of these second and short. Always.
On Sunday on ABC, USC and LSU.
What do you think, Jay? Georgia's still the team to beat. Absolutely. Right? Return 12 starters, Carson Beck.
Here's what's crazy, Rocky. They've got the 2 national championships under Kirby Smart. I think this is his most talented roster. If you look at the 2 national championship teams in this one, I just think more depth, more quality on the offense. I agree with that.
The first charge timeout. That guy was a generational tight end. That's going to be a guy hard to replace, but I think they can do it.
They'll be headed to Athens next weekend. And no surprise here, the preseason favorites. 42-0 over the last 3 years against not Nick Saban.
There's still the thing that haunts, right? I mean, talk about a gauntlet of a schedule, right, Jay? I mean, they open with versus Clemson, as we talked about. Late in the season, at Bama, at Texas, at Ole Miss.
Wow. And there's a former Bulldog, Xavier Sorey, linebacker here for the Hogs. He's looked good in his Arkansas debut.
He has 4- and 5-star guys, 6'3", 225. That's how you pull a linebacker right there.
Too high, and once again the Razorbacks defense holds.
I mean, what you're seeing tonight defensively is, I mean, they're not playing a bunch of complex schemes and stuff. They're letting their dudes just go out there and play and fly around. And to me, that's the best scheme. Just let you got the athletes, you've recruited them, let them don't have to hold anything back and think too much out there. Let them fly around.
So 6 offensive drives, 6 touchdowns for Taylor Green in this Hogs offense.
Yeah, no doubt. This was the confidence builder for him. Nice job with the crossing route, the Hess. And then the outside ball of him. Big boy throw to Jordan Anthony, and then Luther was throwing on him and dropping right so much about that position, Jay, is confidence. And I think Bobby Petrino did a great job of sensing, okay, what's my quarterback good at? What can we build on here? How can we get him confidence? I think that was achieved in that last drive.
Clean pocket is out, steps up. Satania goes down inside the 40. A gain of 41. Green continues to air it out.
And good job. Look, if you got the time in the pocket, use it. Great job.
It's coming back with a late flag on the 15-yard line.
Replay of first down.
So the last time Arkansas has scored on their first 6 possessions in a game, 2012.
Ooh. Yeah, I think we're going to get a hold on the right tackle. Yeah, right there is where the hold's going to come. Right there, just kind of grabs him around and, yeah, right at the end throws him to the ground. And that's a little bit, you know, for Taylor Green there. He's not going to get that amount of time in SEC play, so you don't want to get used to holding that ball so long.
Design screen here. Good play design on a 1st and 20 to get those penalty yardage back.
There's a chance here to run the 2-minute drill for Taylor Green.
We've got 2 timeouts and a minute left to this first half. Takes a shot here way over the head of Jordan Anthony. There's a drive chart in the first half for Arkansas. Mighty impressive.
That's what an offensive coordinator likes to see. You know, they always, right after the game, they always give me the stat sheet, right? And guy runs over and you look at that drive chart and there's going to be a big smile on Bobby Petrino's face.
Couldn't have scripted a better start to his second stint back at Arkansas. Nice. Right on the money. Green has really found a rhythm in this second quarter throwing the ball.
The accuracy has increased. I mean, that was a nice throw. Wide receiver sat down right in the middle of 4 black jerseys and just put the ball on him. He's open, put on his numbers.
So this is what you practice every day, all fall camp, 2-minute drill. Now you get to do it in live action for the first time to start the college football season. Timeout taken. So 1 remaining for Bobby Petrino's offense here. Sam Pittman, obviously the head coach, but he told us, I'm a great head coach because I don't care who the coordinator is, it's their offense, right? It's not just because it's Bobby Petrino is the offensive coordinator. Whoever his offensive coordinator is, they get to call the plays. Obviously, he's got ideas, he's got input, but he leaves the offense to the offensive coordinator, and on the other side of the football, the defense to the defensive coordinator.
That's what great coaches, great leaders know how to do. Delegate responsibilities. It's the ones that try to do everything. You end up doing nothing, right? You're trying to be a master of everything, and it just doesn't work. As the head coach, you're the CEO. Your job is to bring in the guy that you think is best to lead that offense and lead the defense. And then let them do what they do, and you manage that culture. You manage the building of the roster. And just the mentality. That the mentality of the team comes from the head coach. And I think Sam Pittman is a guy these guys love playing for.
Green hits another wide open target. That's Broden out of bounds. Stops the clock. 32 seconds in this first half.
I mean, just look at the body language of Taylor Green. He just looks calm, looks relaxed. He's in a 2-minute drill here, but I mean, everything is, beginning of the game, first game of the season, maybe a little bit tense, and he's really settled in. I've been impressed.
Green trying to go right back to Broden. Misses him that time. He just to put a ball on the Pittman-Petrino conversation. He told us, I hired Bobby Petrino. Nobody else hired Bobby Petrino.
Yeah, don't ask me about him. I'm not hiring.
I brought him in, and I think, obviously, Petrino being a former head coach at this school, having so much success, draws the media to talk, but he said, I was the guy who hired him. Of course I like Bobby Petrino. He's going to help us win some ball games this year. Green escapes the sack. Decides to tuck and run. Showing off the wheels once again.
Defensive coordinator, you just watch that play, you're saying, we're going to have some sleepless nights getting ready to play Arkansas. That was impressive.
And for the first time in school history, the Razorbacks score on 7 straight drives to open a game.
That's a play not a lot of quarterbacks in college football can make.
No. But we showed you the company when it comes to rushing touchdowns over the last 2 seasons. Caleb Williams, Jaden Daniels, Bo Nix, and then Taylor Green. That's good company.
That's why right here you're like, okay, surveying, gets outside the pocket. Right ahead, he takes off. Okay, go ahead, get out of bounds. No, where do you go? Oh, okay, go. That's what's being said on that sideline. Valuable trainer and Sam Pittman are watching that thing, and sometimes you just gotta let a great athlete use his instincts and know what to do, and he found pay dirt.
There's a random fandom. Rick Ballack told his story earlier this half. He might, again, it's a 2-hour drive to Fort Smith. He's either getting a head start on the bathroom line at halftime or the hot dog line. He might be done for the night, and who could blame him?
He may be running around the field. We have no idea what Rick may do. Anything is possible.
That was a great story. I'm glad we got to tell it. And he's just one of the hundreds, thousands of fans that make up this great fan base here in the state of Arkansas. They've come out with a purpose in all 3 phases, Rocky. Now, I know they're playing Pine Bluff, not the toughest opponent, but I think their commitment, their pursuit of the football on defense, their execution on offense, it's been a statement here in Game 1.
It has, but let's be honest. This is also the main things about getting Taylor Green comfortable in this position, in this offense that Bobby Petrino is going to lay out for him here. I mean, that is clearly the next step that this Arkansas fan base wants to see in these last 2 drives is really put it at the forefront.
And we still have another half of football, but Arkansas fans are starting to think about Stillwater 9 days from tonight. And if you were upset about, why are we playing on a Thursday, I think that extra 2 days helps when you're going on the road against a ranked opponent in Oklahoma State.
Rest up some injuries, watch the other game, and get ready for the long.
Well, that crowd roars as the Razorbacks head into the locker room. 49-0, a statement. They scored on all 7 offensive drives in that first half. What a start to the season. The SEC is back as we kick things off in Little Rock on a Thursday night. An impressive first half of the Hawks. 49-0 lead.
Some money, they on my merch too. I got yellow diamond suits.
PlayStation.
Let's go.
duress. You don't have the
Your fire defense isn't cutting it, and it's almost game time. You need killer laws in every room. Fires can happen anywhere.
Yes. Second and short. Always.
Hey, Chef, what does it take to run this kitchen? These are perfect.
Where are the fresh tomatoes?
On time as usual. Yes, sir. Appreciate you. Absolutely. Some people in my kitchen.
You just found the right talent. We found the right talent for you.
When bad allergies hit, trust Claritin to keep you in the game. Nothing is more effective for 24-hour non-drowsy allergy relief in one pill. Claritin Clear.
I'm Sam. This is Kim. I'm shaving time. We're just doing a razor with you. This will be the clean skin. Compatible with irritation and clean supply. For smooth shave with blades like body touch skin. Moving those.
Careful to let us away from the lineup. No files and best control from the gas. Best channels, best lab samples, and washes. And Titanium's best blue conditioners with soft knowledge facial hair. They go to Fairtrade. Discipline tools. Careful to let.
Minutes in the books in Fayetteville. Come on inside the ESPN College Football Studios alongside national champion Trevor Maddich, Texas Hall of Famer Sam Acho, Kevin Connors here with you. The most exciting season in the history of college football is finally here. Sam, what are you most looking forward to here in 2024?
I'm looking forward to the upsets. The great thing about football is that you never know how the game is going to end. So last week we saw Florida State, a top 10 ranked team, lose to Georgia Tech in Ireland. And so that's what I want to see starting tonight.
Yeah, I want to see the new matchups that conference realignment brings. I mean, Alabama at Oklahoma, Ohio State at Oregon, USC at Michigan. We're getting accustomed to these after a while, after a few years, but right now, these are new to most people, and they're exciting.
So many meaningful and big-time games here ahead in this season, beginning this weekend, right? We've got started Saturday at noon Eastern on ABC. Clemson and Georgia from Atlanta. Clemson's a big unknown, 4-4 last year through October. The offense was up and down. Can Cade Klubnik be a star? The Dogs were denied a three-peat last season, but Carson Beck and company are back as the preseason number one. Sam, and what could be a big year for Billy Napier.
It could be a big year for quarterback Cam Ward, who transferred from Washington State. Cam Ward's a dynamic playmaker, and so I'm excited to watch what he does to elevate that Miami football program.
No more Graham Mertz. So far, Graham Mertz no longer has Ricky Pearsall or Trevor Etienne. Brandon Leonard, a Heisman candidate last year. Trevor Marcus Freeman has some defense.
He does have a great defense, and that's going to be important because his offense is going to struggle with the noise of Kyle Field. This is one of the best defenses in the nation that Notre Dame has, but they're facing a Texas A&M team that's a lot better than people expect.
Started the Mike Elko era there. USC and LSU said all they got to do is replace Caleb Williams and Jaden Daniels.
And all they got to do is replace two coordinators on the other side of the ball as well. Yes, we expect both offenses to put up points, but it's about which defense is going to be able to slow down the other. Dan Lannon on one side came from UCLA, now he's a coordinator at USC, and then Blake Baker came from Missouri. They were 11-2 last year, now he's a coordinator for LSU.
That game prime time on ABC, and man, Trevor, Colorado State gets a Texas team that lost to 10, but still is loaded behind Quinn Ewers.
Yeah, Quinn Ewers, with 22 starts under his belt, is one of the more experienced quarterbacks in the nation. And this will be a game that is not just a tune-up, because Colorado State is actually dangerous, but it will give Texas a good opportunity to acclimate those new receivers to replace the guys that were drafted in the first two rounds.
Texas figures to be a team we talked about all season long. Colorado State, fascinating story out of Fort Collins in the summer. Their quarterback Braden Fowler, Nicolosi, and star wideout Torrey Horton each turned down a reported 630 $1,000 to enter the portal and transfer. They said, hey, look, Sam, money's great, but we like it here in Fort Collins.
Well, not only do they like it in Fort Collins, but they believe they'll have success in Fort Collins now, and that will pay off more in the future. Sure, $600,000 transfer to a different school, but now that's different types of offenses, different quarterbacks, different receiver room. If you stay, Michigan, if you stay, you'll be a champion. Maybe you'll be a champion in Colorado State, maybe you will, but you'll be able to actually improve your game. Troy Horton dominated last year. He's kind of a mid-round, second, third-round selection. If he dominates again, could rise up to the first.
Sure, I mean, look at $600,000 and we say value. But Sam, you mentioned something that also has value. They know the system at Colorado State. The system suits both quarterback and receiver. If they go to a different place, they've got to learn a brand new system. Maybe they'll find it doesn't suit their skill set as much as they thought. They'll have to get used to their teammates around them, develop chemistry from scratch. If they stay where they are, which they are going to do, then they do what you said. They get better instead of having to learn and then get to the point to where they used to be at Colorado State.
Last week was the unofficial start to the season. Week 1 is the official start to the season with so many dynamite matchups. We've talked about a few. We have not talked about the start of the Kalen DeBoer era in Tuscaloosa, Alabama, home to Western Kentucky, and Arizona, New Mexico closes out the night on ESPN. We are coming right back. with Sam Acho and Trevor Maddich, Kevin Connors. What a start to the season last year in Boulder. 3-0, they were the talk of college football. The final 9 games of the season, a very different story. And so, Coach Prime in Colorado looking to turn things around in 2024. Prior to kickoff tonight, we had a chance to chat with Coach Deion Sanders. Year 2 for you. We know that there are some old faces, a lot of new faces. What was it like putting this team together? I'm sorry, Dad, you got me? Yeah, Coach. I'm playing defensive back and receiver in the NFL, so it's easier to go get the skill positions in one line. It's hard to get a defensive line and offensive line to come to a team that is running together. It's hard to convince them. But when we created a lead and they saw the lead and it was there, and we got a quarterback that can spin it, and we need a pass rush and run stoppers, they answered the call, and I'm proud of them. Coach, Colorado football was a phenomenon last year, certainly early on. I know you wish things ended differently. What else did you learn that you can put into play here in year 2? I know who I am. I mean, I love the play game. I love the play style. I love building this thing with guys that make your scheme work, not a scheme that make guys work. You got the guys that make your scheme work. So we went out and got those type of guys and implement the scheme around those type of guys. Coach Prime, this is Sam Acho. You said you learned who you are. Who is Coach Prime? I don't think we have time to explain that. Very complex. But I have a commitment to excellence. I don't take shortcuts. I never have in life. And that's what I'm going to win. We just have everything right now. Coach, you talk about the guys. Shedeur Sanders last year set a passing record in Colorado, even though he was sacked 52 times. What do you want to see from him this year? Well, we don't have more time because the offensive line is unbelievable. These guys, they have a passion for the game. We have several guys in their line that have full dreams and aspirations. I'm not talking about they play full dreams and aspirations. They know if they do their job, they're going to get an opportunity. And as well as we got a coordinator that's down with our running backs, tight ends, and a play receiver that can feel like they're good. So we just want to have a just take it together. Tonight we're going to say, take what they're giving, and we're going to establish a running game for them as well. Coach, you played at the highest level at every level. You're down on the field right now coaching at the highest level. How do you describe what you're feeling right now? Well, I'm not a dad on the field. I'm a coach on the field. I just happen to have a couple of sons on the team. But when we step inside these white lines, man, on the green grass, I'm not dad. I'm coach. And they know that's our commitment. That's how we prepare as a coach, as a father. Now, when we get off the field, I want to ask you about being Coach Prime. We've always been told great players have a hard time being great coaches because the players they're coaching aren't as good as they were. How have you been able to navigate that? Say that once again, I'm sorry. How have you been able to navigate being a former great player, now coaching players that maybe weren't as good as you? Well, that's easy. I've never expected what I am or who I am or where I am even in life. You can't expect these guys to be better. Just stop being selfish and just accept the best game that they could possibly be. I'm not looking for me. I'm not searching for me. I think God created man. He did a great job of it, and I'm not bragging or boasting one bit. But I mean, I want these guys to be the first them, not the second anybody. How would you define success for Travis Hunter this year? Success? Yes. Success? I know all the women still healthy. You got to protect him. But Travis is a dog, man. He just wants to play. He don't want to come out of the game. I'm going to try to make him come out of the game so he can get some rest because we have more depth defensively in the quarterback position as well as the receiver position. And I know him like a book, so I know when he's delivering it, he won't say it. He would never say it, but I got to take care of it.
And the furnace has been exercised. Another Progressive Home and Auto bundle fully protected from the unexpected.
Beetlejuice calls Paul Walker's son.
Don't does his name.
Beetlejuice? Say his name 3 times is how you say it.
Right. What if I say other things in between? Does that restart it?
Don't overthink it.
broke up into two parts. Like someone said, what's your favorite? You know, what's your favorite wine beverage?
You're welcome.
September 6th.
Some money, they was on my merch too. I got yellow diamond suits.
PlayStation.
So you arrive exactly where you belong.
Look, in these situations, you're often under duress. You don't have the ability.
Your fire defense isn't cutting it, and it's almost game time. You need killer laws in every room. I mean, fires can happen anywhere. Like a killer.
If you can't take care of these second and short yourself, always.
Hey, Chef, what does it take to run this kitchen? Yeah, these are perfect.
Where are the fresh tomatoes?
On time as usual. Yes, sir. Appreciate you. Absolutely. Around my kitchen.
The 10 clients recommend Robert Half. Find out why.
Feeling Claritin Clear is like...
Is she regular intuition when you know she has allergies? Yeah.
That buzz?
You can't get enough.
I will. It is a talk of the city. The WA.
Let's be at ABC all season.
Kickoff League. SEC on ESPN. One half down, one to go. Pitching a shutout, 7 offensive drives, 7 touchdowns in that first half. For this Arkansas team, Rocky Graham and Jay Aldridge are so excited the football is back. I mean, Rocky, you look at these offensive numbers. New quarterback, 444 total yards of offense.
They've been unstoppable, and Taylor Green especially. Early on, maybe a little nervous, but then he really settled in, made some great throws. As we talked about at the top of the show, the offense was the key thing to fix in the offseason here. The offense so far tonight, running the ball, throwing the ball, looked really good.
Yeah, I think if you don't know what to make of the transfer from Boise State, Taylor Green, he's exactly as advertised, that dual threat quarterback, because we saw it both in the running game and in the passing game.
Yeah, you got to have a dual threat quarterback. That's a quarterback that thrives in their scheme, and early on, getting it going with that running game, moving the pocket, getting outside, and then this was the most impressive throw of the night. Right into the pocket, and then this one here, this is just absurd. Defensive coordinators in the country are going to be all the way to figure out how to stop that play right there.
They've been playing football for a long time at Arkansas. Hey, guess what? 7 offensive touchdowns in 7 drives is the first time they've done it in school history.
That's wild. That is wild.
As we start this third quarter, both head coaches came together at halftime and decided that it's going to be 10-minute quarters instead of 15 here in the second half. And on that note, how much of the starters would you even go with here in the second half, Rock?
Well, I mean, I think we're getting our answer right now. A lot of starters are walking out on that defense right now. I mean, you see Landon Jackson, you see Nico Dallier, Eric Gregory. I think you give your starters a series, maybe 2, and then, look, as we talked about, it's important to get some other guys in this game, develop your depth, because you are absolutely going to need some backups as this season goes on.
Only 76 yards of offense in the first half, shut out by this Arkansas defense. I feel like they've really dominated, Rock, just on the point of attack, being really aggressive, kind of a statement of intent, if you will, in game 1 here.
And it is those front 4. I mean, I was excited to watch those linebackers run around and make plays, and they have, but they can't get many opportunities because the D-line has just been ridiculous.
Look at this. Higgins, no room to run. Been a tough day for him, the Pine Bluff quarterback. Landon Jackson on the stop there.
Impressive play by Jackson. You know, that's a quarterback who thinks he's going to be able to get that corner and get to the edge, and he's got a 6'7", 280-pound defensive end running you down.
I really liked what Jackson said in the offseason, why he decided to come back to Arkansas. He said he couldn't leave without winning first. He's got unfinished business here. You know, he had a chance to play at that next level. He would have been drafted if he put his name in to the NFL draft, but he's back to bring the winning back. Didn't do enough of it a year ago. Here's pinned back on a 3rd down. Higgins gets rid of it quickly. Falls incomplete. David Dawkins is off the mark there with Higgins with pressure bearing down.
Get an indication here early if Taylor Green does in fact come out and take the first snaps. He was still warming up before this half started.
I don't know how much more he's got to prove. Lusitania lets this one bounce in front of him. And when you do something for the first time in school history, no time before this did Arkansas score 7 touchdowns on their first 7 offensive drives to start a game. What a welcome back for offensive coordinator Bobby Petrino.
Yeah, he's got to like that. And it's been running the ball. They've got a lot of guys involved. Of course, Quentin Jackson has been fantastic. And it looks like we are, in fact, going to get a new quarterback out there, Malachi Singleton.
And he's taken his first snap in 2 seasons. He missed his senior year at high school at North Cobb due to an injury. Last year he redshirted. Good throw there.
It's important, you mentioned that, Jay, to get a guy like that. Look, he's an athletic guy. He's going to be running the zone read. He's going to run around the bit. He's going to get tackled a lot. So you got to get used to that. You got to see how that fits into this scheme. And as a football player, you got to take some hits and get up and keep going.
And as a player who just loves the game, how great is it to be making throws like that for the first time in 2 years? Joffrey Brown. The reception there.
What a great looking RPO right there. He's reading up. You see what his eyes are? Reading that defender. As he comes up in the run game, just throws a nice ball on the slant.
They stick with the RPO, got it down at the line of scrimmage. That's the one thing that everyone will have to adjust to when Singleton comes in. He's 5 inches shorter than Taylon Green at 6'1" versus Green 6'6".
It's still crazy that there's a 6'6" quarterback out there running around moving that fast. And of course, look, Arkansas fans remember Matt Jones and how great he was at a 6'6" height.
Singleton runs it. If you're coaching him, it sounds like you would have put him at defensive end or maybe tight end.
You know me, I'm going to defer to defense. I'd put him at defensive end, give him a bunch of milkshakes, and put him in the weight room, lock him in the weight room for about 6 months. He'd come out 6'6", 260 pounds. Whew, make a mint in the NFL.
He'd probably still be playing in the SEC. Just other side of the ball. Taylon Green's day is done. Here's Malachi Singleton. Did a very nice job with the offense. It's the tight end, Luke Haas, his third reception. Another guy coming back from injury. Cut his freshman campaign short. He's looked really good to start his sophomore season.
Yeah, Singleton looks great. Looks just composed and looks effortless out there. Just finding the open guy, putting the ball on the spot. This is a good thing.
You wouldn't know by looking at him that he's coming off a 2-year layoff.
Well, the Arkansas Razorcats
from here in Benton, Arkansas, the 4-star, capping off an impressive drive for the Hogs. Singleton, great freshman, Hayden Bader, 56th of nothing,
has been exercised. Another progressive home and auto bundle fully protected from the unexpected.
Beetlejuice calls power weapons, huh?
Don't go listening.
Beetlejuice? Saying his name 3 times is how you summon him. Right. What if the other one's in between? Does that restart it? Don't overthink it. Or if I break up into 2 parts, like someone's like, you know, what's your favorite wine beverage?
You're welcome.
September 6th.
Some money, they was on my merch too. I got yellow diamond suits.
PlayStation.
Hey, Chef, what does it take to run this kitchen? He's a perfect chef.
Where are the fresh tomatoes?
Hey, sir.
Appreciate you. Absolutely. Some people in my kitchen.
You just found the right talent. We found the right talent for you. All season.
Arkansas has had 8 offensive drives tonight, and they've got 8 touchdowns. So you could not have scripted a better return for Bobby Petrino, the new offensive coordinator, former head coach, who obviously at his first tenure, hugely successful on the field. And winning that Cotton Bowl in 2011, finished the number 5 team in the country. You know, the memories these fans have of Petrino created such a buzz when he was named the offensive coordinator. And he told us, look, he's got really fond memories of this place. He did a lot of winning here, and now he can kind of finish the business because it all ended abruptly in 2011.
Especially the 2010 and 2011 season, 21-5. That's man, hit the top 10 a couple times. A bunch of great players. I mean, that was really the heyday of Arkansas football.
Yeah, just talking to fans this week across the state, you know, the biggest storyline coming into the season, no doubt about it, is Bobby Petrino returning to Arkansas, trying to bolster this offense, get them back to those levels he had them from 2008 to 2011. Chaos here from Pine Bluff. It goes from bad to worse. You know, Rocky, you get in an Uber and they go, hey, what are you doing in town? We're here to call the game for ESPN. They go, you know, Bobby's back. I mean, it's a real thing here. And you know, obviously, it goes without saying that no one would have liked the way it ended in 2011, but what a great opportunity that he gets to come back more than a decade later and try and get them back to those levels.
It just seems like a match that fits, you know. St. Pittman wanted it, the fan base wanted it, Bobby Petrino wanted it, and it took kind of a meandering course, but now he's back, and so far the results, one game in, they look really, really good.
This play is going to go under review. Let me ask you, Rocky, as a defensive player, going against a Bobby Petrino offense, we're going to talk about this when we come back, how difficult it is going against a Petrino-coached offense.
Hey, Chef, what does it take to run this kitchen?
These are perfect.
Where are the fresh tomatoes?
On time as usual. Yes, sir. Appreciate you. Absolutely. Some people in my kitchen.
Some money, they was on my merch too. I got yellow diamond suits.
PlayStation.
Took a look at us, and they're going to rule it an incomplete pass. Right call, because that ball's obviously being thrust forward there. Rocky Boyman, Jay Alter with you. We were talking about Bobby Petrino, his return to Arkansas after more than a decade being away, and it is second stint here, 8 offensive drives, 8 touchdowns. Rocky is a linebacker, a former defender. How difficult is it to go up against a Bobby Petrino offense? Because that playbook is so vast.
That's the thing, is you get so much. You get the quarterback under center, you get the quarterback in gun, you get the quarterback a part of the run game, and then you get the aspect of he wants to get chunk yardage plays in the pass game. And at the end of the day, with all the scheme and everything, Bobby's going to feed the studs, right? FTS and all the best players.
Well, he has done that tonight in his return to Arkansas. Did you have any experience in your play career going against a Bobby Petrino offense?
I did. When he was a coach with the Falcons, I was with the Colts in 2007, actually with his last game. Oh, wow. Yeah, there on Thanksgiving night. We won that game, by the way. And so, yeah, I have a little experience playing against Bobby Petrino. And it's better to be up here talking about it than playing against him.
In our conversation with him, he said he puts a lot on the quarterback in the offseason. They spend a lot of time installing the offense, and now, as you get into game week, you start cutting it down. What's working best? You start parsing it down, but I can only imagine, new quarterback coming in, you got to be thinking this is a lot to handle. But they've handled it well so far tonight. We have to step aside one more time. Arkansas well in command, 56-0 here.
Exactly where you belong.
Some money, they was on my merch too. I got yellow diamond suits.
Look, in these situations, you're often under duress. You don't have the
Your fire defense is a code, and it's almost game time. You need KLRs in every room. I mean, fires can happen anywhere. Like a kid. It's a code.
Yes. Care of these second and short. Always.
Hey, Chef, what does it take to run this kitchen? These are perfect.
Where are the fresh tomatoes?
I'm good. On time as usual. Yes, sir. Appreciate you. Absolutely. To keep around my kitchen. Let's do it.
Hi, baby. One of the best traditions. Feel good. Yes. Thank you. It's me. How'd I look? Stars to show. There's no rich on the village. The key to courage is where it counts. All season.
This is Modelo Kickoff Week in Little Rock, Arkansas. The SEC is back. Rocky Boyman, Jay Alter with you. The Hogs have looked good on both sides of the ball so far tonight. The starters have largely been removed from this game. They've got half an eye on that matchup next week at Oklahoma State. That'll be a big matchup. Feels like a pivotal game early in the season for this Arkansas team. That has certainly looked the part so far tonight. Another gang tackle on the line of scrimmage.
safety and get on out.
Well, they were dominant from the first drive of this game. The defense, we've probably given the offense a little more love, but they've been equally as good. Swarming again, a deep throw. Good play there. Jaheim Singletary got a hand to it. That is a heck of a play by Singletary. Transfer from Georgia.
Running full speed. Staying in phase with the wide receivers. Notice he makes sure he's in phase, which means he's uptight with him. Then he turns his head back, gets the hand in the air. That's textbook. That goes on the teach tape.
Another stop for Travis Williams, the defensive coordinator in this Hogs defensive front. We were giving Bobby Petrino on his return to Arkansas as the offensive coordinator all that love. Travis Williams, they call him T-Will. He's been terrific as well. Running into the punter here. Will negate this return. Sideline. Unfortunately, it wouldn't have counted even if he kept his footing. Bryce Stevens on the return there of 73, but the penalty clearly running into the punter who's still down there.
Running into the kicker. Replay of fourth down. Ruling on the field is the ball was not tipped.
So we're going to repunt here.
You'll see running into the kicker. Yeah, I don't know how egregious that was. Maybe a good acting job, but I'll tell you what, the punter came up a little bit lame on that. Is he going to be able to come back out and kick this thing?
Doesn't look like it. So you got to go to number 2 on the depth chart here. Jeremy Baker. Biggest difference between Baker, the backup, and the starter, Shea Yurkunas, is Baker's 9 inches shorter.
Which means a shorter leg and not a long lever like Limp had.
Gets it away cleanly. So before we had the running into the kicker, we were talking about Arkansas's defensive coordinator, Travis Williams, had that viral moment over the summer where spontaneously went into a rap. The team loved it. So we said, what's the pregame playlist? He says he starts off with a little Rick Ross, T.I., DMX, Jay-Z, Lil Baby, and Jeezy.
And Travis and I, we're about the same age. All this right here, this is all on Rocky Boyman's playlist as well. Maybe not Lil Baby, but the rest of that, I'm all in with. And what I love, he said, you know, the rap, it helps recruiting, right? These kids, they love it. It does a rap, and it goes viral. The recruits love it. So guess what? He's going to keep doing it.
Arkansas Pine Bluff.
He said
this is their first charge timeout of the
as Pine Bluff takes the timeout. The one thing that caught him by surprise is why that one went viral, because he's been doing it for years.
Yeah.
He says he's been putting it out on his social media. It just so happened that one in the locker room with all the players going crazy. But he says he often, he's singing in the car. He'll record it. And they even had it here at War Memorial Stadium in Little Rock before the game. They put his rap up there, and the fans loved it too. So
I think what the fans want to know, though, are we going to get Jay Alter doing rap on air?
Far from it. Far from it. We're gonna.
Everyone's disappointed. That's all I'm gonna say. Everyone at home is disappointed.
Yeah, no, we're not gonna wrap this promo even in a 56-0 game. I'm excited to see Lane Kiffin, the Lane Train, number 6 Ole Miss. We'll be there in Oxford, Rocky, 7 p.m. Eastern Time on ESPN Plus, taking on Furman. Furman, back-to-back 10-win seasons. Good FCS program, and how about FCS programs? I'm hearing they've been playing pretty well tonight. Not in our game, unfortunately, but Western Carolina holding NC State in that first half. North Dakota State up over on Colorado on ESPN 20-17. That's a good Bison program, obviously.
How about that?
First career reception for the oldest freshman in college football. That's Monte Harrison, a 29-year-old true freshman, number 82 in red. Has a terrific story. And he played 50 games in Major League Baseball over a 10-year professional career. A lot of time in the minor leagues as well. Second-round pick.
Look at
coming
that.
out of high school in the 2014 MLB draft. So he got to live his dream. He'd make it to the show, play 50 games across 2 Major League Baseball organizations. Terrific.
Yeah, and it just wasn't just that he got caught up in the minor leagues. He played 50 games in the show. That is one heck of an accomplishment. Now at 29 years old, going to try football back out.
"29 years old and you're a freshman." He's living off campus. Here's him blocking on that last play. That is a man going against a boy right there.
Yes, it is. Tell you what, Jay, I mean, having a 29-year-old guy in your locker room is such a good thing from a maturity standpoint. Guys, seeing the world a little bit differently than most of the rest of the locker room, and I think that's just from a leadership standpoint is a great thing.
They check it down to Dubinion. So Harrison, born in 1995, oldest freshman in the country. Here's some other athletes born in 1995.
Look at
Patrick Mahomes.
Jokic.
Wow. Porzingis and Ezekiel Elliott. Wow. I mean, it feels like Ezekiel Elliott's a veteran in the NFL, and you got Monte Harrison, born the same year, a true freshman.
Wow.
I mean, shoot. He's got the eligibility. I mean, I don't even know why that would enter into your mind. Like, hey, my baseball career's over. Let me go.
Look, life is meant to be lived, right?
Yeah.
You only get one go-around at this thing. Don't have any regrets. And he thinks he can play some football. And talking with the coaches this week, this isn't like some charity case. Like, he can play.
Yeah.
Right? He's out there right now.
And they go right for the first down.
I got to tell you, Malachi Singleton is impressive. I mean, what I like about him is he gets the ball, he knows where he's going with it, and that thing is out of his hand quick and accurate and right on the money. He has been very impressive.
7 of 8 for 92 yards. 30 seconds remaining in this third quarter. Russell stood up there. Arkansas trying to keep this touchdown streak alive. This is their 9th offensive drive. They're trying to make it 9 offensive touchdowns. This drive will head to the fourth quarter. For a program that was 4-8 a year ago, Sam Pittman, the head coach, told us a disappointing season. We got to win more football games. They're well on their way to their first win, 56-0 after 3.
Recipes. Recipes that are more than their ingredients. Recipes written by hand and lost to time can now be analyzed and restored using the power of Dell AI, preserving memories and helping to write new ones.
Let's go, get some money, they playing. Hell yeah, I made some meals off my merch too. I got yellow diamond super saiyan.
PlayStation.
Hey chef, what does it take to run this kitchen?
Chef, the long ground beef, ordered.
Chef?
Yes, these are perfect. Go.
What is this?
2 ribeye, 1 mid, and 1 well.
Chef, where are the fresh tomatoes?
Tomatoes should be arriving now. Hey, Chef. God, I'm good. What's up, Pete? On time as usual. Yes, sir. All right, man. I appreciate you. Absolutely. What's it take to run my kitchen? U.S. Foods.
Your wall is completely undefended.
Okay.
You need Bear Dynasty. Here, here, and here.
But it's almost game time.
It goes on in one coat. It really has it all.
I sure do love that color.
You would.
I'm the richest guy in the world.
Hi, baby. I have inherited the best traditions.
This for you?
I have a great boss.
Thank you.
It's me.
How'd I look?
I have people I can count on.
I have time to give.
And a million stories to share.
If that's not rich, I don't know what is.
The key to being rich is knowing what counts.
Nine out of 10 clients recommend Robert Half. Find out why.
No matter what body you're born with, or what your body becomes, let's fight like hell for it.
This is the SEC on ABC, and this is how it's done.
You're watching the SEC on ESPN. Start of the fourth quarter, and it has been all Arkansas since kickoff. The Hogs are back 56-0 against in-state Arkansas Pine Bluff. Out of the FCS, Rocky Boyman, Jay Alter with you. At the end of the third quarter, Rock, I'm looking at North Dakota State hanging with Colorado. They got a lead in that game. Western Carolina with a lead over ranked NC State. So FCS programs, they're not just going to lay over. I mean, Pine Bluff, obviously, not so competitive in this game, but it's not an automatic win like you would think it would be.
Especially when you're playing North Dakota State. That's a tall task. They are good year in, year out.
That game over on ESPN. Arkansas trying to keep the touchdown streak alive. They scored on the previous 8 offensive drives. What a grab! On the run, Isaac Taslaw hauled it in. Catch of the night.
Singleton lets this thing rip a little bit outside the reach, but Taslaw puts a paw up there and hauls that thing in. Wow. Sometimes you need that. Sometimes the ball can't be perfect. You need your wide receiver to just make a play. That's fantastic.
Singleton goes under center. Here's Davinian, right up the middle, inside the 5.
Davinian comes into this game with a little bit of a knee, so he didn't get a ton of carries tonight, but get him in the game here.
This time with the I formation, Singleton lost the football. Somehow picked it up and handed it off to Davinian. I probably just would have fallen on it.
I'm not sure how he was able to pick it up and hand it to Davinian. Here, you take it and get clobbered. Says the quarterbacks are smart, they
7 for 7 on third down tonight. We talk about execution. It's exactly what you want to see if you're the Hogs. Singleton diving in, scores a touchdown.
That's what Singleton is known for. He has got electric speed. We saw it right there with the zone read fake and then just outrunning everybody to the corner. Pick up a nice block there on the outside by Gums. Nice.
The last time Arkansas scored more than 60, 2015.
Two quarterbacks celebrating there. Both have had great nights. We've talked about Taylor Green. Singleton's been fantastic.
Every single offensive drive the Razorbacks have resulted in a touchdown tonight. They're up 63-zip.
Trains. Trains that sense what isn't on the schedule. Trains that use the power of Dell AI and Intel to see hundreds of miles of tracks, clearing the way so you arrive exactly where you belong.
Let's go, get some money, they playing. Hell yeah, I made some meals off my merch too. I got yellow diamond super saiyan.
PlayStation.
Look, in these situations, you're often under duress. You don't have...
All right, listen up. Your fire defense isn't cutting it, and it's almost game time.
Hey, you need killer alarms in every room. We're playing zone defense. I mean, fires can happen anywhere.
Like here. Here, too.
Des, you can't handle the heat.
Hey, chef, what does it take to run this kitchen?
Chef, a long ground beef. Order.
Chef?
Yes, these are perfect. Go.
Order's in. 2 ribeye, 1 mid, and 1 well.
Chef, where are the fresh tomatoes?
Tomatoes should be arriving now.
Hey, chef.
God, I'm good. What's up, Pete? On time as usual. Yes, sir. Fine, man. I appreciate you. Absolutely. What's it take to run my kitchen? U.S. Foods.
What does it mean to be rich? Maybe rich is less about reaching a magic number and more about discovering magic. The key to being rich is knowing what counts.
What a start to the season for Sam Pittman and this Arkansas offense, Rocky. 9 drives, 9 touchdowns.
Here, let me count them up. I think, I don't know.
We're off the screen there.
It's a lot of dang touchdowns, put it that way. That's a very happy Sam Pittman right there.
That's all you can do, right?
That's it.
9 offensive drives, 9 times in the end zone. That's a good night.
And look, people are going to say, look, this is nowhere near a SEC caliber team, but you know, the other side of this is you come out against a team that's maybe a little bit inferior and you fumble around and you don't look crisp, then things are a mess.
It was Malachi Singleton, the backup quarterback who scored the last touchdown. He played on our air, the ESPN High School Showcase, showing you the stars of tomorrow. This is a few years ago. He did the exact same thing.
Yeah.
This is his junior year at North Cobb, Kennesaw, Georgia, and right outside Atlanta there. Big run there. He had 5 touchdowns that night. Well, he just rushed for 1 in his collegiate debut. He missed his senior season in high school, redshirted last year. So really the last sustained football he played was that junior season at North Cobb, and he looked pretty good after a 2-year layoff.
And all those touchdowns we saw in that highlight package looked identical to the one he just ran.
So 9 touchdowns tonight. 7 have been in the run game. Arkansas only had 9 rushing touchdowns all of last season. They have 7 tonight.
It's good. That is an unbelievable stat right there.
Mind-blowing. If they get 3 next weekend against Oklahoma State, they'll beat it in 2 games. What do you attribute that to, that improvement?
I think, look, I mean, the offensive line, the additions, that we talked about all game. Carmona at one tackle, Blackstock at the other tackle. Those two guys in particular have really, really helped this run game out.
Timeout, Pine Bluff. We'll take the timeout as well.
Let's go, get some money, they playing. Hell yeah, I made some meals off my merch too. I got yellow diamond super saiyan.
Recipes. Recipes that are more than their ingredients. Recipes written by hand and lost to time can now be analyzed and restored using the power of Dell AI, preserving memories and helping to write new ones.
Hey, Chef, what does it take to run this kitchen? Chef, a long ground beef. Ordered.
Chef?
Yes, these are perfect. Go.
Cool.
Orders ahead. 2 ribeye, 1 mid, and 1 well.
Chef, where are the fresh tomatoes?
Tomatoes should be arriving now. Hey, Chef.
Got him good.
What's up, Pete?
On time as usual.
Yes, sir.
All right, man. I appreciate you.
Absolutely.
What's it take to run my kitchen? U.S. Foods.
Your wall is completely undefended.
Okay.
You need Bear Dynasty. Here, here, and here.
But it's almost game time.
It goes on in one coat. It really has it all.
I sure do love that color.
You would.
So tonight, an easy win for Arkansas to start the season. It's about to get a lot harder with the Hogs up 63-0 here. UAB, okay, that's later in September, and then a gauntlet. Tennessee, LSU, Ole Miss, and Texas all at home.
Right there in Fayetteville, but that is a murderer's row right there. And you're going to find out a lot about this football team during that 4-game stretch at home.
You feel like the season, how Arkansas finishes in the SEC, is probably defined by how they perform in those 4 home games.
Because they didn't perform well at home last year, and so I mean, that's key. You know, you got the fans showing up. They want to see the home team win. That's important.
It's a tough strength of schedule, Rocky, but the one thing is there's no place to hide now in the SEC.
No.
There's just too much talent across the board.
See right there's a good graphic. 13th toughest schedule in the SEC. And that's saying something. That's a tough schedule, and that's, you know, near the bottom.
But you avoid Georgia and you avoid Alabama.
Yeah.
And you get all those teams at home. It's not like you got to go to their place.
Yeah.
The tough games for Arkansas on the road come in September. Next week at Oklahoma State, and then at Auburn and at Texas A&M. You have to try and find a way.
Officials timeout for an offensive injury.
To win at least one of those, and if you get 2, you're sitting in a great spot.
Yes.
I feel like if Sam Pittman and Arkansas go 8-4, he should be the coach of the year.
Coach of the
turnaround
year,
from last season, they are well on their way. Take a look at the full schedule, Rocky. Obviously, it really toughens up next week on ABC at Oklahoma State.
Yeah, I mean, you're talking Oklahoma State. A lot of people pick them to win the Big 12. That's no easy contest. UAB, then at Auburn, and then, I mean, there we go. Texas A&M, Tennessee, LSU. That is a tough stretch. You mentioned it. You got to find a way to win one of those 3. Because it doesn't get any easier.
If you're an Arkansas fan, what's a realistic expectation for wins here, looking at that schedule?
I think think 6 wins. But if you can get more than that, I mean, like as you said, I mean, Pittman's coach of the year. I mean, that's, that's be pretty incredible. And quite a turnaround from last year going 4-8.
Well, they have looked good tonight. But again, this schedule is going to get harder in a hurry next week at Stillwater.
And look, it's all going to come down to the trigger man, as it does with every team every year. It's Taylon Green. Can he continue to build upon what he did here tonight and what he was able to show and get even more and more comfortable in this offense?
I think that number one question becomes, is Taylon Green a substantial upgrade from KJ Jefferson, who departed the program, went to Gus Malzahn at UCF?
Yeah, and it's going to come in the form of being able to stretch the field. That's what I think a lot of Arkansas fans would argue, that KJ Jefferson, as good as he was, maybe lacked a little bit in that area. They're hoping Taylon Green, and he did a good job of that at times tonight, stretching that field, make some nice throws, across the field, deep.
That's too high from Hagans. You look at Jefferson's numbers, first across program history in yards, passing touchdowns, total touchdowns. So a prolific career, but last year just didn't win enough games, close but couldn't get it done. And those numbers will probably stay for a long time, because who's going to play that much in this transfer portal era?
Exactly. You're lucky to have a quarterback play 2 years in a system, let alone 3 like KJ did. I mean, he was an exciting player.
But it felt like it was time for a split.
Yeah, I think so. I think it was time to move on, and especially bringing Bobby Petrino in, see what a new quarterback can do.
Flag down. Hagans on the run. He's shown some flashes tonight. I actually think, again, Pine Bluff's schedule, they don't have to play an SEC team again, so I think they got a pretty good quarterback. We've only seen flashes tonight because of the defensive pressure.
Yeah, I mean, this is just a tough game to open with
on the offense, number 51. 10-yard penalty will be enforced from the previous spot and replay second down.
Right here, there's a left tackle right there. One called for the penalty. There's so much there, but Jones.
Hagans buying time again. The rule incomplete. Caught but landed out of bounds. Gibson. If you're Arkansas, you got second and third stringers out there, but you're trying to preserve this shutout, right?
Oh, absolutely. There's nothing that brings a defense together like putting a goose egg on the board. I mean, don't matter who's out there. And if you're the guy that gives up the late touchdown in a blowout, you're going to hear about it from everyone. Trust me. These guys are out there fighting.
What impressed you more tonight, the offense or the defense from Arkansas?
I'd say the offense, just because, again, that was the big question mark. And, against, again, an opponent that's not an SEC defense.
On the offense, not all 11 players were set for 1 second. The 5-yard penalty remains third down.
So you got to consider that. But, look, they came out and they took care of business. Ran the ball. Taylon Green settled in. Landon Jackson, I thought he played a heck of a game tonight to start his year off. One of the best defensive ends in the SEC.
Hagans in trouble. Down he goes. The 10th tackle for loss of the night belongs to Bradley Shaw.
True freshman.
Out of Hoover High School in Alabama, a powerhouse. I think he's got a very bright future here. They're high on him.
I agree. And you can see Travis Williams and company happy for the freshman. He gets in there, gets a chance to play, comes up with a big sack.
Loss of 13, so we got 4th and 37 after Pine Bluff had gotten all the way to the 27-yard line.
Yeah, Travis Williams, we're talking about Bobby Petrino being happy. Travis Williams is going to be happy with his crew tonight as well.
Arkansas Pine Bluff. This is their final charge timeout of the half.
Final timeout of the night for Pine Bluff. We'll take it as well. 4:19 remaining. Arkansas preserving the shutout.
Sorry, honey, it's a work thing. Mine's also a work thing. I just need someone to cover my shift.
So is mine. Alan says your business vehicle is now covered with Progressive.
Protected 24/7, just like your home and auto.
Oh, that's great.
So dinner time's just phone time now?
Sorry. You know, I heard that ground turkey is the healthiest poultry.
You know what? Never mind. Just be on your phones.
Thank you.
Let's go, get some money, they playing. Hell yeah, make some meals on my merch too. I got yellow diamond super saiyan.
Trains. Trains that sense what isn't on the schedule. Trains that use the power of Dell AI and Intel to see hundreds of miles of tracks, clearing the way so you arrive exactly where you belong.
Your wall is completely undefended.
Okay.
You need Bear Dynasty. Here, here, and here.
But it's almost game time.
It goes on in one coat. It really has it all.
I sure do love that color.
You would.
Hey, Chef, what does it take to run this kitchen? Chef, a long ground beef, ordered. Chef?
Yes, these are perfect. Go.
What is it? 2 ribeye, 1 mid, and 1 well.
Chef, where are the fresh tomatoes?
Tomatoes should be arriving now.
Hey, Chef.
God, I'm good.
What's up, Pete?
On time as usual.
Yes, sir.
Fine, man. I appreciate you. Absolutely. What's it take to run my kitchen? U.S. Foods.
This is the SEC on ABC, and this is how it's done.
Week 1 of the college football season will continue on Saturday. Triple header on SEC Network kicks off with Tennessee against Chattanooga, and then South Carolina, Old Dominion, the nightcap. Southern Mississippi against Kentucky. Rocky and I will be at number 6 Ole Miss in Oxford. They're taking on Furman. Kicks off 7 p.m. Eastern time on ESPN+.
Excited to watch that game. All the new additions Lane Kiffin brought in.
Well, just how competitive the SEC is. We're talking with Sam Pittman, and he goes, look, you got to run the perfect race, and that's something Pitt knows all about because he was in Louisville, Kentucky to watch Mystic Dan win at 18-1. You can't really see Coach Pittman. He's getting blocked by the Derby.
Come on, lady. Take that hat off.
The Derby hat. No, it was a thrilling finish. Mystic Dan won by just a nose. Wins the Kentucky Derby. Pittman was there. He's friends with the owners, and he said he's drawn a lot from watching that because you don't have to win by a lot.
No.
If you can just get a nose in front, it counts all the same. And he said, if you watch Mystic Dan, he ran the perfect race. That's what we've got to do this season.
And most of these games, most games in the SEC come down to a nose, right? Are very, very well played on both sides. They come down to the last possession, and it's just a matter, can you make 1 or 2 more plays than the other team? I think it's a very good analogy.
KJ Jackson into the game at quarterback for Sam Pittman. In his collegiate debut, the freshman from Montgomery, Alabama. Getting snaps for him. The lefty, right on the money. That's another catch for Monte Harrison. Meet KJ Jackson.
And how fantastic is this to get a true freshman quarterback some playing time? I mean, that position in particular is all about reps and all about seeing and reading defenses. You can get a few plays in here as a freshman. That's a great thing.
And on the previous throw, he found Harrison. They're both freshmen, but Harrison's 10 years older.
right, yeah. Freshman to freshman. I just am always amazed by when you see freshmen making plays. It's like, a year ago they were playing high school football, and now they're out, playing for an SEC football team, making plays at the next level. It's great.
Tyrell Reed Jr. into the game as well at running back. This is the final play before the 2-minute timeout. New rule to college football this year. Jackson falling forward. So the second quarter of the fourth quarter, all college football season long. When we get to that 2-minute timeout like the NFL, we'll step aside. One final time, Arkansas putting a bow on their home opener.
Trains. Trains that sense what isn't on the schedule. Trains that use the power of Dell AI and Intel to see hundreds of miles of tracks, clearing the way so you arrive exactly where you belong.
Let's go, get some money, they playing. Hell yeah, I made some meals on my merch too. I got yellow diamond super saiyan.
Today's station.
Look, in these situations, you're often under duress. You don't have...
All right, listen up. Your fire defense isn't cutting it, and it's almost game time.
Hey, you need killer alarms in every room. We're playing zone defense. I mean, fires can happen anywhere.
Like here. Here, too.
Des, you can't handle the heat.
Hey, Chef, what does it take to run this kitchen?
Chef, a long ground beef, ordered.
Chef?
Yes, these are perfect. Go.
Orders in. 2 ribeye, 1 mid, and 1 well.
Chef, where are the fresh tomatoes?
Tomatoes should be arriving now.
Hey, sir.
God, I'm good. What's up, Pete?
On time as usual. Yes, sir.
Fine, man. I appreciate you. Absolutely.
What's it take to run my kitchen?
U.S. Foods.
We don't just find the right talent, we find the right talent for you.
You can't get enough.
The WNBA on ESPN and ABC all season.
This is the SEC on ABC, and this is how it's done.
Just ignite the fire inside.
You couldn't have asked for anything more if you're Sam Pittman. Obviously playing an inferior opponent, but boy, did they take care of business. 9 drives, 9 touchdowns, 648 total yards, just domination.
And that's what you're supposed to do, against a team that's, that's not of the caliber you're going to see the rest of the year come out and take care of business.
And you'll get your real test 9 days from now in Stillwater, right? If you're an Arkansas fan, how much do you read into this game? Well, you don't have to wait very long. You'll find out next weekend how good this football team is, because that's a tough game against a ranked Oklahoma State team on the road.
Right, and look, it's fair to question that, but at the end of the day, this is a great game to kickstart your season. Get a bunch of guys some playing time, a bunch of new players, new quarterback, new offensive coordinator, new running back, and get ready for a big one here early in the season.
Noon Eastern time on ABC. First meeting since 1980, and I think a game that for both programs is going to set the tone for their season.
Absolutely. A lot of, as we said earlier, a lot of folks have Oklahoma State winning the Big 12, and that's a game, if you're an Arkansas fan, as your schedule gets harder and harder down the road, I'd like to get that one, right? Start the season 2-0.
Then you come home to UAB, feel good about that one, and
chance to be 3-0.
Yeah. I think what's amazing about this game is they had 9 rushing touchdowns all of last season, and they have 7 tonight.
Yeah, a chance to get another one here.
Yeah. Bobby Petrino's still calling in plays
here.
And they do. 10 offensive drives, 10 touchdowns. What a start to the season for this Arkansas team. And a big welcome back to the offensive coordinator, Bobby Petrino.
Yeah, he's liking what he's seeing. And this is with, backups in and still going out there. Look at those Hogs up front, still pushing bodies around. That's what you want to see.
How about this college football staff for you? They are the only team in the last 20 years to score a touchdown on the first 10 possessions in a season opener. Executing at a high level out of the gate.
70 points. Yeah, is that a smile on Bobby Petrino's face? I don't think you get those all the time. He's happy with how his team played.
He did make one halftime adjustment, Rocky.
He did.
Not with the playbook.
Went from
with the glasses.
Yeah, went from the kind of the Mr. Cool look right there to more the studious look.
Yeah.
Over there on the left. Both worked, by the way, no matter what. They did not punt the ball.
Nope.
Did not kick a field goal. Did not attempt a field goal.
10 drives, 10 touchdowns. Wow.
That is an OC's dream.
Now, Bobby Petrino told us he felt like he had unfinished business here in the state of Arkansas. Didn't like the way things ended. What a storybook this could be if he helps turn things around here for Sam Pittman in Arkansas.
And again, it's all going to rest on that guy's shoulder right there, Taylon Green. Yeah, he's going to be the key on how far this team goes.
His best play of the night was that circus run.
Oh, yeah, the circus run at the end where get out of bounds, and he just cuts back across the field and just, like Superman, punches it in the end zone before the half ends.
It goes down as a 36-yard touchdown, but he probably ran over 50.
Yeah. But, yeah, the more he can get comfortable, the more Taylon Green gets experience in live situations. It's going to determine how far this team goes. I mean, as much as the SEC is about running the ball and line of scrimmage and, punishing people in the run game, in today's college football, you got to pick up the big plays in the pass game. You just absolutely have to. You got to have balance.
Well, they had balance tonight. A commanding 70-0 win to start the season. And now all eyes on Stillwater at Oklahoma State next Saturday on ABC, noon Eastern time.
Sam Pittman, that man right there, going to be happy with how his team performed. By all accounts, Didn't see any big injuries or anything. You're going to take it back to Fayetteville, watch the tape, get healthy, and get ready to go for a big game against Oklahoma State next week.
It goes down as the largest shutout win since 1916. First shutout since 2018, and a terrific start to the